I'm Mary Louise Parker, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly point and click for all the biggest theater talk. Or as we like to think of it, dream casting central for Moulin Rouge on Broadway. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Imogen?
Tony winner Kristin Chenoweth will return to the stage in My Love Letter to Broadway. The limited engagement is scheduled to begin on November the 2nd at the Lunt-Fontanne Theatre and will run through November the 13th before the Illusionists move in for a holiday engagement. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is set to take over the venue in the spring. Of course, before Chenoweth's headlining turn, we have her new album to look forward to, The Art of Elegance. The record will drop on September the 23rd, and we are rejoicifying that this fall will be the season of our favourite pocket diva.
A new fall Broadway season is just about to begin, but two major musicals have already set their sights on the Great White Way. A new production of Lynn Ahrens and Stephen Flaherty's Once on This Island, directed by Tony nominee Michael Arden, is readying for a Broadway run. The musical, which follows a peasant girl who falls in love with a wealthy boy from the other side of her Caribbean island, will have an exploratory reading this December. And after 15 long years, Baz Luhrmann's pop rock pastiche jukebox musical Moulin Rouge is being developed for the stage by Tony-winning writer John Logan and Tony-nominated director Alex Timbers. Like the film, the stage show will follow an idealistic writer who falls in love with a cabaret performer and courtesan in Paris, France in the year 1899. More info about both projects will be announced in the future, but we're already canning around with excitement.
Get ready to go inside Marvin's room next summer. Scott McPherson's much-praised 1991 play about family, illness, and forgiveness will have its Broadway premiere at the American Airlines Theatre beginning on June 8th. It will play a limited engagement through August 27th with opening night set for June 29th, 2017. In this emotional and humorous drama, estranged sisters Lee and Bessie, who is a leukemia patient, reunite for the first time after 18 years. Marvin's Room was turned into an all-star movie featuring Meryl Streep, Diane Keaton, Robert De Niro, and Leonardo DiCaprio in 1996. No word yet on casting for the upcoming production, but Obie-winning director Anne Kaufman will mark her Broadway debut with a piece.
Now we've come to the part of the show where we tell you about all the actors who got calls from their agents saying, "You booked it!" Richard H. Blake and Nick Cordero will headline the cast of A Bronx Tale, which starts performances November 3rd at the Longacre Theatre, playing a mobster and a dad fighting for the attention of an impressionable teen played by newcomer Bobby Conte Thornton. Meanwhile, the a cappella musical In Transit has found its cast, which includes former Broadway.com bloggers Telly Leung and James Snyder, along with Broadway alums like Justin Guarini, David Abeles, Moya Angela, Aaron Mackey, Margot Seiber, and more. In Transit starts November 10th at the Circle in the Square Theatre. And over at Matilda, there are some new stars who will play out the final months of the show's run at the Shubert Theatre. Welcome to Broadway, Jennifer Blood as Miss Honey, and welcome back to John Sanders, an original ensemble member of the show who has stepped up to the part of Mr. Wormwood. Congrats to all these talented stars and their very happy agents.
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is making magic on the London stage, and it could be apparating to a movie theatre near you. Warner Brothers, the studio behind the first 8 Harry Potter films, is in the process of securing movie rights for the West End epic. A screenplay based on J.K. Rowling, Jack Thorne and John Tiffany's new story, set 19 years after the novels ended, is already in development, and a film could premiere as soon as 2020. No word yet if stage and screen favourite Daniel Radcliffe will reprise his role as the boy who lived. Plans are in the works for Broadway to get aboard the Hogwarts Express next season at a Shubert Theatre, and we can't wait to welcome the grown-up Gryffindors to the Great White Way.
Hi, I'm Jen Gambitis, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
This week's Hot Shot takes a lingering last look at the Broadway Bechtels, also known as the talented stars of Fun Home. Broadway.com's Caitlin McNaney snapped this shot of Michael Cerveris, Beth Malone, and Judy Kuhn as they headed into the home stretch of the show's acclaimed run at the Circle in the Square Theatre, which ends on September 10th. The Tony-winning musical, based on Alison Bechdel's graphic memoir about coming out as a lesbian and coming to terms with the suicide of her closeted father, will be greatly missed on the Great White Way.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. We'll leave you with an awesome clip of Marie and Rosetta stars Rebecca Naomi Jones and Keisha Lewis holding a jam session with the tune Didn't It Rain from their off-Broadway show at the Atlantic Theatre Company. Enjoy, and we'll see you next week.